Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, got some emails here. I have not read this one. We're going to start. This one looks like it's from a man. So let me see. Yeah, this looks like from a man. Hello, Tony. Hope all is well and keep doing what you're doing. My question is it possible in this day and age that God can call you to celibacy for the rest of your life? I'm in a lifestyle now which my spirit feels more drawn to God and living for Him rather than being married. I feel more at peace in this time of my life. I've been in two serious relationships which I thought were good, but they didn't turn out great in the end. I can simply say, even when I try to reach out to women now, they all reject me. And I feel like that's God's protection on me, so I won't go into the same mistakes like my past relationships. I don't want to make this question long, just straight to the point of the topic of celibacy unto God in this day and age. Again, thanks for doing what you're doing. Your videos are great and good for life lessons and morals. Keep going. Now let me see if I can see you there, brother, with a good eye. Okay. So I see you. I see what it is. You got your glasses, you got your low Caesar cut, and you look too nice. That's what it is. You look nice. And I'm not saying look mean. You should look mean or nothing, but you look safe. You look safe, you look nice. Let me see so this brother, based on this little bitty picture, it's so super little. But he kind of looked like, if I could put it in Hollywood terms, kind of like a Columbus Short. Y'all remember Columbus Short? Used to be, I think Columbus went through some things. But like that, but with glasses on. And so it's what a woman would. Now, this is kind of like, this brother right here kind of got like the Russell Wilson effect. No women ever have described the man to look like Russell Wilson. Now, this is a little different for this brother here because, he looked like a brother. But what I mean by like with Russell is he's not, women say he fine. I've seen women say Russell is fine. Nobody was saying that before he got with Sierra. Not a single soul. And when you look at his ex, which is, I think it's a white lady, she, it's not like she just, she not unattractive, but you're not finna fall out your chair. So, that was his wife. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And so you see what I mean? And so when you look at Russell first wife. Now see, she just kind of looked like, your normal little white lady and with a little hair. Now you see Russell hair. See, that's a unique kind of hair. It ain't a whole lot of people, describing their hair when they describe their list. And God bless Russell, he got a little set of nostrils on him. Now I ain't picking on him. I am not picking on the man. I'm not picking on the man. But what I'm saying, he got a set of nostrils on him. So it ain't women describing that either. Say, oh, I want a man with a wide set nose. They're not describing that. But now that the man got millions of dollars and he got a black woman who now have the body that every woman covets, now women see Russell value. Now look over here. Now you see how Russell changed that hair? You see how he got that hair long? See, he went from this here. See, he got that hair long and all that. he over here trying to look like a zaddy. Now he over there, he trying to look, he turned it up. So you see how men could do that right there? So this brother that wrote in, that's kind of the effect he'll have. Right now, he just looked like a nice, safe guy. Let it get an article out that this brother makes 6 figures doing IT or whatever he do. Let it get out this brother makes 6 figures. Women will be all over him. Women will flip that script so fast. Oh, he look good. Oh, he's so handsome. And this one I'm telling y'all, ladies, you got to stop doing. This young man, which he don't look that young. He look around 35-ish. His brother say he done reached out to women and they rejecting him. They rejecting him. And it ain't enough men like this write me. If enough men like this write me, I have me a matchmaking program. You hear me? Oh, it's gonna cost. Oh, it's gonna cost. You're not finna be paying millionaire matchmaker then come over here pole mouthing to the black man matchmaking business. No. Y'all pay a millionaire matchmaker all that money and she's single and don't know what she talking about when it comes to relationship. I remember one time watching the show, she told a lady, yeah, when you go in the bar, you got to go up to the man and just rub down his arm. I say, what in the world they got this woman on this TV doing? So listen to me. So brother, now let me talk to this here brother. I just want to set the stage and explain what's going on here. Brother, let me talk to you. You in a season. You in a season. And you in a season you supposed to be in. And that's why you feel good. That's why you feel at peace. That's why the women rejecting you, because that rejection is God's protection. You right. Because God doing something with you right now. He healing you. So get that healing. Keep getting this knowledge. Keep watching these here videos. Keep learning from all angles. Keep hearing about these women's stories. Keep learning about these different things. Keep getting all the knowledge. And that knowledge is what brings healing. It's going to bring healing. And then when you are healed, you're going to start to radiate with a glow. And you're going to start to be attractive to the woman that's attractive to you. And you're going to shoot your shot and she going to catch it. And y'all going to hit it off. And then you could be ushered into that next season. But right here, you want to be here and you want to feel good. You don't want to feel without. You don't want to feel in lack. You don't want to feel down. You don't want to feel that. You want to feel good. You want to feel like, I could be here for life. But when you get the healing you need, that's when that next season going to show itself. And you'll know when it's time to transition into that next season. And so just understand, it ain't got nothing to do with the women not thinking that you a handsome brother or nothing like that. It's just they right now, those women that your lust led you to, it ain't God leading you to them. That's your lust leading you to them. And so y'all ain't got the same spirit. And that's why they turning you down. And those same women will not want you right now, but if you make 6 figures and they found that out, then they'll want you. And so that ain't what you want. You want a woman who she attracted to you. She just attracted to you. She interested in getting to know you. She get to know you, and then she learn about what all you bring to the table. Your heart for God, everything else that come with you. Then that's when you know that's the woman for you. But if a woman turn you down, just saying it don't mean that she's not attracted to you. It could be she in a relationship. Could be that part of her heart is taken up with her situationship, with her crush. It could be other things. It's not that she's just not attracted to you. Because, you look like, based on what I could see, you look like what a woman would describe she okay with a man. Now, it's like, I wasn't saying the same thing with Russell Wilson now. What I'm telling y'all is this brother here, he looked like a black man. Russell, nobody describing that look. because he have and Russell, now listen, I ain't talking bad about you nothing, and you know what that first wife looked like. Now come on now, and you know them women was overlooking you in the 8th grade, 10th grade. So what I need you to do, Russell, is come on now and express this to the ladies and say, hey, y'all need to stop. When y'all got these Sierra type bodies, y'all need to stop just wanting us when we got money and out the future then, did you nasty. Y'all need to stop wanting the kind of man like me then. And now Russell's first wife, she looked like, me reading her spirit, she looked like she was trying to run him. She looked like she was calling too many shots. And so Sierra was a breath of fresh air. And y'all know I don't normally speak names, but sometimes when I speak names, it just, if people won't know who I'm talking about, and just that when I don't have no connection to them, I don't know them. Sometimes I can't speak name because I know the person, or I know somebody in a camp, or I could talk to them or reach them personally. But people I don't know at all, like Serena Williams and her husband, I use them as examples to teach a lesson. And that's a prime lesson, but a lot of times women can't see that. Some women could see it and be honest about it, but then some women come, oh, Russell fine. Oh, Russell fine. No, y'all was not saying that before that man got with Sierra. Y'all ain't know who Russell Wilson was. And he was a Super Bowl champion before he met Sierra. Y'all ain't know who Russell Wilson was. And see, that's what we got to realize and understand. All right, now, next letter. Okay, this young lady, she bringing us out of our age range. She taking us down to 20 years old. And, I try to help these young folks out, but y'all really be wasting my time because y'all is too young to even be dating, even be thinking about a relationship. Like, everybody listening to this, if you 25, if you under the age of 25, stop thinking about relationships. Stop thinking about relationships. Get your degree if that's what you want, or get your career, start your business, get your money up. Stop thinking about relationships if you under the age of 25. In this day and age, you do not need to worry about a relationship till 25 years old. Point blank, period. Dear Mr. Gaskins, my name is Slim Shady. She said her name. I am currently 20 years old. I am very inspired by your words of wisdom and pray that this email finds you well. I met the only person I could describe as my first love when I was about 14 to 15 years old. I met him through my brother. He was my backyard neighbor, and we would eventually attend the same high school for about 2.5 years. Now, the reason why I'm going to go through with this letter, because we got a lot of parents on here. You see what your daughter doing? Do you see what your daughter doing? Why you caught up on her housewives and you doing all this right here? You see what your 14-year-old doing? Out there falling in love in the backyard. You see, this is why I'm going through this, so the parents can see how hands-on you need to be with your kids. He was my backyard neighbor, and we would eventually attend the same high school for about 2.5 years. From the very first moment I locked eyes with him, I knew there was an instant connection. Y'all got to forgive my text coming in as I was looking at the text. We both recant it even to this day. However, at that age, I now reflect and can admit I was a bit shy, especially around boys, and even a little naive. Although he pursued me every chance he had, I turned him down each time. One time he proposed that we just be friends. I would like to say again that I was a little more naive. We began spending much time together, holding each other for hours, standing under the stars. He could visit my house because my brothers knew him and he lived so close. I never had a serious boyfriend up until him. All the guys I had dated or talked to were just something to do. No emotional connection whatsoever. I found out he had a girlfriend, and it didn't bother me because I was under the guise that we were just friends. And considering our age, it wasn't my main focus to have a boyfriend. I was focused on other things. However, we did spend so much time together, and I started to realize I was in love. And from his actions, the time we spent together, and his constant perseverance, it was clear he felt the same. When we were around the 16 to 17 mark, I shared with him that he couldn't continue to have access to me, and I knew he had a girlfriend. At the time, I had a 3-day rule and was going through a rough patch with my family. He tried reaching out several times, but I was very stubborn and didn't answer his calls. I would like to add, one particular night, I had this feeling well up inside of me, and I wanted to tell him I love him while he was holding me, but something in me would not allow it. Although he told me several times, we stayed in contact even still because I cared for him, but always tried to respect boundaries. I never wanted to be the cause of anyone's hurt. Around the 16 to 17 mark, I found out that he had gotten her pregnant. He stood outside of my house for about 3 hours, but I never went outside. After a few months, the hurt really kicked in. I moved about 2 hours away from him and almost no contact. However, he would appear in my dreams. We would wake up sporadically to me thinking of him, and he would text me. I went into the end of my junior year to senior year thinking of him almost every day, but limited to no contact. Although things kept pushing us together and his energy never changed, he always kept trying. Once they moved my best friend out of my class because it was too full and somehow added him in. After graduation, I then moved about 2 to 3 hours away from him and almost everyone I knew. For a year, there was almost no contact, and I feel it was very spiritual. It was a very spiritual time of loneliness for me. I've always been health conscious. I read a book a week, exercised 3 to 4 times a week, did fasting, and sought God. I spent so much time in nature, crying and learning myself. I really sought to heal my broken heart during this time. I earned a great savings for my age and was awarded about 6 licenses. For a year, I thought about him every day, even still, while doing a fast from social media, eating clean, and exercising. I had my very first sexual dream with him. At the time, I didn't know what to take from it, as I never had one before, let alone that vivid. I consider myself a very spiritual person, and I constantly strive to make God proud of the young woman I am. In this year, another thing that was strange to me was I had been taking the expressway for about 4 months, and one day I turned my head and his name was plastered on the highway. I couldn't discern who these signs were from and still can't. I now would like to add that I am a virgin, and I pride myself on that. The man that has my body should be worthy of it, and I believe I'm wholeheartedly worth the wait. In the 4 to 5 years I've known him, we only kissed in 2021, and we only sang on each other's microphones within the last few months. The first time happened after he called at 2 one night and told me he was moving to Texas. Coincidentally, I was headed to Texas 2 days later, and we ended up being 15 minutes apart. I had got a text message, y'all forgive me. My final thing, because I know this is long, I have a blended family. And for the most part, my siblings had one child and married and created more children. My mom had 3 kids, divorced, and married my dad, having 2 more. An internal dilemma that I have is when my father would become belligerent, he would say, "Never get with anyone who has kids. It will be your worst mistake." My mom would say, If you love that person, you should be with them. I want to give myself a fair shot at a happy life without the extra baggage, but I can admit that I love him. He assures me that he will wait until we are married. No ring, no ping. I would appreciate your honest advice, and I admire that you promote abstinence. I take so much wisdom from your videos and pray God allows you to see this. Please pray for me. I pray God blesses you and your wife. One thing that you said that always sticks with me is when God blesses you, he will add no sorrow to it. I truly hope so. Deepest and sincerest regards. All righty, God bless your sister. Okay, now this sister young, but she's living on deep lifestyle. I knew y'all be getting that thing put on you in your dreams. Cause I like, nah. I knew it had, and this is a virgin. And got that thing put on her in that dream. And now, when I say that, women be in the comments, oh, that's demonic. That is demonic. That's what that is. Listen. The brain is a very powerful organism. That brain is something else. Look at the world around you. Look at the world around you. Look at the paint on the wall. Just paint in itself is mind-boggling. Look at how this light built behind this here phone shining in my face. Just that is mind-boggling. Look at this laptop I'm reading on. That's mind-boggling. So we really believe our mind is not going to fantasize and go into places based on what we've been thinking on all day long? That could have nothing to do with the devil. And literally your mind is playing out a scenario because you've been thinking about it all day. Your dream is just what you've been thinking about. So the dream you had, it really was in your subconscious in the daytime. And it played out in your mind and you could see it vividly while you were sleeping. But that was in your subconscious, which you were unaware of in the daytime. And so this is what you have to understand, sister. You met the man 14 to 15 years old. He knew your brothers. And the key to understanding this type of stuff is getting to the root of it. Getting to the root of it. And so what you have to realize is this young man, he built with you and he got to know you and he got to experience real love through you, but he wasn't really attracted to you because of how good you are, that you're not loose, and that it sounds like your look is not the look that he was attracted to. And his girlfriend probably was a little bit more of a flair, a little bit more of a look to him, and was willing to come off that thing. So she was willing to sleep with him. And at that age, that means more to a teenage boy than real love. So he went with her, but you got to think about this. He was a teenager. So yes, he being led by that right there, that the little head, not the big head. And he, teenage boy, selfish, ignorant, he naive like you were, greedy. So he got the girlfriend. But think about this. Now you say you didn't want to be the cause for anybody hurt. But y'all standing and holding each other under. Need somebody here, baby? Yeah, I'm on the phone. You need something off of there? You ain't got no app? If yours ain't working, mine probably ain't working. It probably crashed or something. It was a drop just happened. It probably crashed. What about on the computer? I tell you what, maybe if you delete the app and re-download it, that's probably you. Oh, it's gone anyway. That probably what it crashed. When seeing your text? Why trying to order something off the Nike app? But I got a feeling it could be for me for Valentine's, but I'd rather serve my purpose than get off and get me something from Nike. Now, if it ain't for me, I'm being my feelings now. But I guess it just dropped. So now listen to me. Oh, you out there listening? That was for me that you was looking for? That was for me? What? Why you standing over there eavesdropping? Hey, now you know how to talk about everything now. No, I was just saying what I said. You heard everything I said? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just don't care to get off a video, because if I get off the video, then I'm gonna have to put two videos together, and this might be an hour-long video. So that's a lot of editing. Huh? I'm serving purpose. And then I was just thinking, whatever it is on Nike, you don't need it. That's all I was just thinking. Huh? All right, going back to business, baby. I'm trying to work now, and the spirit was about to get ready to flow. And so I need to get out the way. Baby, I cannot shoot the video with you standing right there. She talking about you gonna be filming the video on how to cope through divorce. So yeah, I'm trying to get my wife to start shopping. Okay, so I hope she didn't hear that. I hope she already gone. So yeah, so I can't, when you're trying to help somebody overcome something, you can't aid and abet in what their little issue is. So okay, just stop shopping. Okay, we don't need all that stuff. So yeah. So now listen to me. What you have to realize is that what you and him built. Now I'm gonna tell you, halfway through this, I saw me a movie. I need me an investor. I need $250,000, because this right here a little movie. This is a good little movie, but it's kind of like Brown Sugar. It's kind of like the movie Brown Sugar. And see, the thing about it is neither one of y'all know what love is, and so y'all built this little connection. Y'all built this heart connection, and this what you have to understand is that this young man, though, this the one thing you can't believe in men. You got to believe in God. You cannot believe in men, especially you young men, because that thing there is so strong and so powerful. This thing there, when that thing go to standing up, everything else shut down. Everything else stop working. And women don't realize that. Women don't realize that, because it's not the same for a woman. But when that thing there get up, you got to realize that's blood flow. So when that blood flow is there, it's not here. So this thing here start working. And a lot of times, and I know women think that is an excuse, that's excusing men. But that urge is so very strong. I'm telling you, as a man who had to learn how to control that. I'm telling you, as a man who done been in situations in college where that thing getting ready to go, and this over here say, no, I'm not ready. And that thing, and you have to be a real 100% man. The stuff you see on the news, listen to me now. The stuff you see on the news are men who this thing right here, they could not control it. They did not have the emotional intelligence to control it. So when that thing got going, nothing else mattered. Listen to what I'm telling you now. It's real. So what this thing here, the reason why I don't trust this young man is because although he was young, he was old enough to know right from wrong. He was old enough to know right from wrong. And so he got a whole girlfriend that he's sleeping with, unprotected, that he get pregnant, and the whole time he chasing you. He holding you for 3 hours under the stars. Y'all sound a mess. Not a mess literally, but just, y'all doing the most. Holding each other for hours. standing under the stars. He could visit my house because my brothers knew him and he lived so close. And so this is the thing. You never had a serious boyfriend. Up until him, all the guys I had dated or talked to were just something to do. No emotional connection whatsoever. That also speaks to your look. Your look, it don't mean that you unattractive. It means that because you were pure, because you're pure, that purity could turn down them pheromones or whatever hormones it is. It could turn it down and you could be, like my wife said, the guys used to describe her as approved. So she was pretty, but as a teen girl, you should not have sex appeal, especially when you pure. And then when I look at my wife pictures from high school, that's what it was. Like, you could see she's a pretty girl, but she wasn't trying to look like a grown woman. But you know, it's some girls in high school that they will wear really tight booty jeans, really tight jeans. They will wear knee-high boots. You know, they will wear stuff trying to dress like a 22-year-old streetwalker to high school. And so they will be like a grown woman amongst teenage boys. And they getting these boys lunch money. They getting Valentine's gifts from these boys. They getting rides when these boys start driving. And they getting all this treatment because they carry themselves like a grown woman. I could tell by your letter and even how the stuff you write that you very kind of innocent looking and acting. And so with that innocence, it's not attractive to a naive, ignorant teen boy. That innocence don't do it for him. So that's why he had to have him a girlfriend. And the same way he say he will wait on you the same way he was waiting on you then. Weighing somebody else out, creating children, but coming over there hugging you for 3 hours under the stars. That's the same way he'll wait on you now. And that's what you have to realize. The other thing, what you have to realize is that you're not doing enough. You got 6 licenses, but you a virgin and you 20 years old. You need to be a mogul. You need to be on mogul moves. You got too much time to think. What you're doing for a living is not challenging you enough. You need to do something that's going to challenge you more. You need to do something that's going to engage you more. You need to do something that's going to get you out of your comfort zone and get you into an effective zone, get you into an uncomfortable zone, and then let your comfort catch up. That's what you got to do. And that's why you're thinking about him every day, because you don't have a purpose right now. You haven't identified your purpose right now. You ain't working with your foundation, helping young women keep their legs closed and empowering them emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and supporting them and meeting at the library with this group of high school girls every Wednesday to have these tough talks about self-esteem, boyfriends, and the likes. You're a grown woman and you could be mentoring 14, 15-year-olds who getting ready to get sucked into what you were sucked in at 14 and 15, and you can help them understand how strong this tie is, this soul tie, this spiritual connection, this emotional bond that you create when you standing under the stars hugging for 3 hours when you don't even know what love is, when you don't even know what a relationship is, and how that can take a stronghold on your life. This need to be your book. This need to be your foundation. This need to be your ministry. And that's how we change. That's how we break strongholds. The way I went from being a cheater, sleeping with 26 women while I was in my relationship before my wife, I cheated on her with 26 other women. That's a real story. If you let any one of y'all tell it, that's absolutely nasty. That's absolutely disgusting. And a cheater cannot change. And look at me today. The way I'm here today is I broke them strongholds by serving, by being a minister, by turning my mistakes into lessons, by turning my pain into purpose. And that's how I'm here today as the man you see today. So for you to break through this, for you to come over this, for you to get beyond this, you're going to have to start serving. You're going to have to start helping other people. And when you do that, that's what's going to break this free. But as long as you just going to work, coming home, and you bored, you're not being challenged, you don't have a sense of purpose, you're not pushing yourself, you're going to stay stuck in this situation, and you're going to be thinking about him all day long. And so you misleading yourself on this one right here. And you a virgin. So for a young man at 20 years old, getting the woman that you've known for 5-6 years and have held and did all of that, but have not slept with, it's worth the game. It's worth making you feel like he really wants you to get you to drop your guard. And you also not no virgin. What y'all have to realize is that oral it's the same thing. You ain't no virgin. When a man done been down there with his tongue, because you got to realize the length of a tongue is the length of some men thing. Some men thing that same length. When his tongue done been down there, you ain't no virgin. You ain't no virgin. Not in the clinical sense. In the clinical sense, the doctor may say, yes, you are virgin, because that's just like, you know, a wet nap, a wiping down there. It's just a physical object. The doctor may say that's just like your hand down there. But in the spiritual sense, you not no virgin. That man that had you. That man that had you. And what you was too naive to understand is that a man will offer that because as men, we feel like we have had the woman when we do that. And so a man will offer that to get you in a place of vulnerability. And the other thing that you too naive at this point to understand, you said, got messages coming in. I want to read it verbatim. Right here, what you said now. Okay. We only kissed in 2021. And we only sang on each other's microphones. For those y'all don't know what that means, singing on the microphone. For those y'all don't know what that means. So she ain't got no microphone. That's called, he ate peach cobbler. She did karaoke on him. She sung on his microphone. Let me help you understand something. Within the last few months, the first time happened after he called. Now you said the first time. Okay, so that allude to a second time. The first time happened after he called at 2 one night and told me he was moving to Texas. Coincidentally, I was headed to Texas 2 days later. Was you headed to Texas 2 days later? Or you just found you a trip. And we ended up 15 minutes apart. How coinky-dinky. My final thing, because I know this is long. Okay, so listen. Let me help you understand something. Women and virgins. It is more degrading for you to give a man oral than it is for you to sleep with him. But see, women don't understand that. Okay. Huh? Oh, okay. Right. I like your outfit. Okay. Love you. And so it's more degrading for a woman to give a man oral than it is to sleep with the man. And the reason why, let me help you understand this, is the reason why is because a man values intercourse more than he values oral. So what that means is that a man will allow a $2 streetwalker to give him oral, but he will not sleep with her if he thinks she is nasty. And the way I learned this is in college, because we had a young lady at the school. She was a white female who was about 300 to 350 pounds. She probably was around 5'5", and she was she was built out, and she would have these like orgy parties for her, but it would be with her. And so whenever the football recruits came in town, it may be 5 or 10 of them at a time. They would line up at her door, and each one would go in one at a time. I would be over there. I'd be over there and just mind boggled. And they were like, "Tony, you ain't gonna get you no air." I say, "Absolutely not. Y'all nasty." I say, "You don't know what that girl got in her mouth." I say, "Come on now. Do you think she doing that to 10 guys in one night? She do that to any guy at any time that they want something. She is available for it. And do y'all think she ain't now one?" I say, just statistics alone, one of these guys have a disease. They putting that in her mouth. She is a white female. This line is all black males. For one, we in West Virginia. They don't like us up here. She don't like us. She rebelling against her granddaddy and her daddy. She mad with her people for not wanting her. She mad for her own men for not wanting her. And now black men, we in here treating her like this some kind of prize, like this some kind of gift. I say, y'all boys nasty. But I'll be over there just studying, because I study human behavior. And that's when I learned that men let women that they don't value give them oral. And they'll be like, "Hey, you ain't gonna hit her?" Talking about, intercourse. No, man, you crazy. Why I never stick my thing in her? And I'm, yeah. Now, what I come to find out, a couple of my teammates then went over there and climbed on top of her. What I found out later, I said, you're nasty. And so this what I realized is, for y'all ladies, it's so many ladies that I've heard say, "Well, we didn't do nothing. We just," and I think it's the other way around for a woman. Obviously, I think the woman feel like a man being inside of her is more significant than her putting him in her mouth. And what you have to realize, you have to think about this. You putting something in your mouth that could have come out of a booty hole. You see what I'm saying? You putting something in your mouth that have come out of another woman thing. And if he nasty, it could have come out of her front and her back and her mouth. And now you putting that in your mouth. You see what I'm saying? So that is disgusting. That's disgusting. Unless that is your husband and y'all monogamous, and then you feel like doing that. And even that is a personal choice. And I can't be mad at a woman for not doing that. Because me, honestly, personally, just knowing how it's seen, you know, I look at my wife and I don't see that bedroom as just a free-for-all, because I see her as a queen. So some of the stuff that's done on these nasty movies that these guys trying to emulate, I feel like should not be done to a queen. All that right there, all in the face and all everywhere and all just, I feel like that shouldn't be done to a queen. So as a man, as nasty as y'all like to get in that room, I just feel like it got to have some type of boundaries just out of respect. But, you know, unless the woman want to go there with her husband and she want to have her some fun one-on-one with her husband, it got to be based on the woman's comfortability. And as men, we can't ask a woman to do something that she don't want to do. If this is our wife, we got to respect her as a queen. This is a prized being. This is love her the way Christ loved the church. So you have to respect her, and it got to be in her comfortability, because a lot of times as men, we trying to do what we done seen on the movies. Now, I've never watched the whole nasty movie. I've seen it. I know what go down, and I ain't crazy. I know how wild it get. I done heard about it. I'm in the world, but not of the world. So I never made it a thing to sit and just watch nasty movies. So, but I done seen enough to know it get wild. So listen, I don't feel like I should treat my wife like that. And a lot of men don't understand that that's perversion, from you being a peeping Tom into somebody else's sex life on that video. And now you trying to take this barbaric bestiality that you saw on a video that should not even be legal, and you trying to take that to your woman to have you some fun, and it's not even necessary in life. It don't make you no more money. It don't add any years to your life. It don't make you healthier. So it's not even necessary to be doing all that filth and nastiness. It's really about y'all coming together and being connected. It should feel like a slow love song, not a bar fight. You know, it's really about the connection. It's about the bodies coming together and becoming one. And that's what you got to understand. So sister, listen, a man, when you meet a man, the man that's for you, do not tell him that you done ever had another man thing in your mouth. Because a man will rather you have slept with this man than have put his thing in your mouth. Because the next man don't know what this man got in his thing, what kind of diseases he carrying, and you don't know either. You could have caught herpes to the mouth. That's very, very dangerous. And that's what confused me about y'all virgins, because I heard this story with a celebrity virgin that somebody was telling me about, gossiping, and that say, oh, this celebrity, she a virgin, but she suck on thing. And I'm like, what in the world? That's worse. That is worse. Because at least when y'all doing intercourse, it could have, you put something on it. When that thing go in your mouth, you're not putting nothing on there, because you don't want that latex. You don't want to be that latex and them chemicals. That right there, that does that. You don't want that. And so come on now. You have to think about how nasty that is. And I'm a man telling you this. So I got one of those. And I know what it feels like. And I'm telling you, that's nasty. A lot of men ain't gonna tell you that. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. And this is a secret that a lot of women don't know. Because they're like, well, Tony, if it's so nasty, why men love it? Why men love it? Why men love it? Why men love it? You know why Guys out there love it. You know why they love it? And the reason why they love not using protection is because of stamina. So when a woman mouth is there, it don't feel nothing like her body being on there. And when the body is on there, that's where that thing is made to go. It's not made to go into the mouth. And that's why when what comes out of it goes in the mouth, or even if it get taken out the mouth, if that goes in the mouth, yeah, we got to go there. Now, we're going to really be able to go there when I get my Patreon. I'm going to start a Patreon soon to where I could shoot videos and we could have some real talks. The Patreon going to be paid, though. It's really like a donation. It's going to be helping me produce titles and other things. So y'all get ready for my Patreon. But all these here words and stuff, you can't say everything on here. You can't say everything on here. But when I get that Patreon, but we finna be going int. Do you hear me? Int. So I can help prepare y'all to stay out these diseases and all of this right here. And it's coaches like, coach on my mentor who they have contracted the disease and now they helping other people work through this because some people could take their life. So listen to me now, what I was saying. The reason why men like that right there with the woman mouth more is because it make them feel like more of a man because they last longer. And any woman who know, y'all have experience to where when a man body is inside the woman body, when y'all, that right there, that man might be done in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. A lot of times when he goes longer, it's because before y'all did that, he went to the bathroom and took care of himself. So that first one always boom. That second one take longer because the body got to all the way reprocess. The brain, the body, the scrotum, everything got to reprocess, got to rebuild up, got to regenerate. It's coming all the way back through all the channels. It's everything. So that's why the second one for the man take longer and also for the woman because the body done had its release. We have told ourselves that this act is for pleasure. The act is not for pleasure. God don't care nothing about your pleasure in that sense. The act is to reproduce life. And that is why when it's done, it feels done. And that's why a lot of men can only go one time and they roll over because the task that it was meant for is done. That has released from the body and it's done. And it's made, the man part is made for the woman part, what's between our legs, to come together. That's why when the man is in the woman's mouth, what if that go in her mouth and it go down her throat, it cannot bring forth life. She can't get pregnant from that. If it go in her exit, okay, the exit chute, she can't get pregnant from that. That lets us know it is made to reproduce and it's made for one area of the body. And so when the man part is in the woman mouth, it is a artificial feeling. It's an artificial feeling. Because what do the mouth have? The mouth has teeth. The mouth has ridges. Rub like the do your finger like that. You see the ridges up there? Them ridges don't feel good. Them ridges don't feel good. Or rub your finger right here. Them teeth don't feel good. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? Because of that, a man, he could be about in the moment and then them teeth just kind of scrape. He could be them ridges kind of scrape. And so it throw his mind to a pinch, to a sting, to a pain, and it push the release back. It kind of reset the clock. And so what happens is it's different and it's artificial, so it takes longer. The body part know where it's at. It know it's not in the woman, so it does not. And so now when you think about the woman, it's a all-encompassing glove. So it takes this thing, it absorbs it, it compresses on it, it's warm, it's lubricated, and it's going in and out, and that thing of the man feels at home. It feel at home. The body it's wired biologically to know when it is in a space where reproduction is supposed to happen. Now, it can be artificially stimulated by other parts of the body, the hand, the mouth, the booty hole, the between a woman cleavage. It could be artificially stimulated by anything. A woman could put her 2 feet together and get on that thing, okay, and be moonwalking on it. And it could be artificially stimulated, but God didn't create for that thing to act or react or respond to anything other in the real sense than being in that woman. So I hate for y'all to get that right there. So let me help you understand. So that's the secret why a lot of men prefer oral, because it's artificial. And although it feels good to the man, it takes longer for the man. Yeah, we just went into education class, and this right here gonna have to get moved to Patreon one day. But I'm gonna help y'all understand this, And so, ladies, never ever in your life stick a man thing in your mouth if that's not your husband. And if that is your husband, and God ain't gave you peace, your spirit ain't gave you peace with his body part entering an opening in one of your body parts, because it's gonna be some men want to put it in your ear. Some gonna want the mouth, some gonna want the booty hole. And if you don't have peace with that, it is defiling your spirit and it is defiling the bed. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do you hear me what I'm telling you? And that man, listen, to the men, you got to control yourself. You got to know who you are. You got to control yourself. You got to respect your wife. You got to see her as a queen. You need to go to therapy and you need to get deliverance from God, from your perversion, from watching them nasty movies. Your wife is not a porn star. Your wife is not one of those women who do that for a living and is on there doing that with 100 different men in a day, in a week, in a month. Your wife is not them women. So you cannot treat your wife like them women who have lost their mind, lost their soul, lost their heart, and are lifeless in that industry of pornography. That woman is a zombie. She is a shell of herself. She has no soul and spirit right now because she has relinquished that to be used as a piece of meat by a man. And she could tell herself she full and she whole and she healthy and she loves it, and it means she's free. She lying to herself because that is not what her body was intended for. And so men, stop trying to treat your wife like one of those women on those videos. Because if your wife is all the way 100% in love with you, she gonna do and give you what she feel ready and okay with. But if you want to try to make her be like one of them women, you might be turning her out and have more on your hands than you could deal with, because what's gonna happen when y'all into that stuff and she see other shapes and sizes of them things, and now her spirit so open, so turned out that she want her something a little longer, a little thicker. Now what you doing? Oh, but that's what you wanted. And you already know that when you watching them things, you gonna see some of them, that it's gonna be somebody on there that's on there like a horse. And what if your wife go to wondering what that horse leg like? And you over here with your little, or you got this right here, or this right here, but she see this on there. And that man in there, and she see that girth on there. And now you looking like, so that's what you want? That's what you want? No, that's what you get. You want to introduce her to it. Guess what? What I told you. You can't tame lust. You want to introduce her to it. Get what she's seeing. She's seeing them women getting them a ride of their life. And she over here on your little kitty ride. And she see them women on the monstrosity. You see what I'm saying? It go both ways now. So that's why you got to be careful and keep stuff in bounds. I'm telling you, you got to be all right. Now, and tell the young lady, move on with your life. Move on with your life. Start your LLC. Start your nonprofit company. Get you some mentees. Write you a book. Add you a second and third stream of income. Pray daily. Read your Bible daily. Get your life together. Move on with your life. This not your husband. This puppy love. You didn't know no better. You was a virgin. When you get somewhere, yes, you're gonna think about him. That's soul ties. You're gonna think about him. Yes, he might pop up in a dream. It's because it's in the subconscious mind, because you done thought about it. You remembered it. But unless this man, the only way this could work, this man go to walking on water. And what I mean by that is this man go to resembling Jesus Christ so much to where you don't even recognize this man, because he's so holy and he living so right. And you need to see that consistently. That need to be 6 months to a year of just consistent, just living right, doing right. Then that's when you gonna know you got your little something. Hey, this Tony Gasson, y'all forgive me. And to those of y'all who this right here got too real for you, turned your stomach, just understand, like, listen, I try to help people, try to teach, try to be real. You know, that's why I'm gonna have to start Tony Tube one day, so we could really have some real videos and really just using all these words that I can't say, like the A word, not the A word, the cuss word, the A, B, U, and all these words, you know, TRAUM, words like that, DV, all those words you can't say on here. They got this thing because this thing is for advertisements. So you can't say everything. So I'm gonna have to work on Tony Tube. I was talking to somebody the other day. They said it probably might cost me like $2,000 a month. I ain't got that $2,000 a month right now. So if I do my own thing, I don't have the ad network. So I have to charge. It have to be $5 a month, you know, or something like that. And everybody ain't got that. So I have to put my kitty watered down videos on here and put the whole extended version and everything, you know, the other deeper conversations and other topics on my app. And then on the app, I could say names. If I'm talking about a celebrity couple, I could say the name. But on here, this somebody network, they could get it took down. If I put somebody's name in the title, they could get it took down. And so that's the difference. So I'm gonna do me a Patreon probably instead of the app. I'm deciding. I'm talking to the different companies now to see what I'm gonna do. But I'm probably gonna do Patreon. But hey, this Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.